Today we'll be discussing a very important aspect, particularly related to the way we need to study for CLAT examination, which is going to be happen very soon. Based on last 4 or 5 years of question paper, once I did an analysis of those question papers, and I have come up with certain conclusion, a type of dossier for you people. Just try to understand that we'll have 120 questions and then we'll have 120 minutes. It means that uh, one question you'll have to appear in 60 seconds, right? Now try to understand one very important thing before proceeding to going for reading so many books and relying much on rote learning. You must not do this, right? Now, this is not about how much expert you are in a particular subject. It's all about your analytical thinking, how you analysis the question, how you do a bit of, uh, type of analytical reasoning sort of things, which is very important nowadays, uh, as per CLAT questions of last 3 or 4 years. Now, I must tell you that clearing the CLAT examination requires, you need to be very expert in reading the passages, which is very important, which are quite complex text, and they are of language and technical language. So in that context, know where you are supposed to do anything which involves a rote learning. Please don't do that. It's all about your expertise in reading the text. Now, just look at this type of questions. Like if you look at last 4 or 5 years question paper of CLAT, you'll find that 40%, around 40% questions are of English and logical reasoning, and that is around 44 to 52 questions. Then, when it comes to legal resources, it carries 25% marks, and that will include certain basic laws of corporate laws, and then torts, and then contact, particularly consideration section, and then basic constitution. Basic constitution includes, fundamental rights, the directive principle of state policy, the judiciary, legislative relation between center and the state, then president, governor discretion, right? Apart from this, few articles which are very important. Article 21 for that matter is very important. Article 19, Article 14, Article 16, Article 32, the rates, Article 226, Article 32, they are very important. So, and then coming to current affairs, you need to, look at certain development taking place inside country, certain sports event, international event, then event taking place in International Court of Justice. So these are very important things. Now, what I suggest is just read the, newspaper, any newspaper of your choice. Whether it's Times of India or Hindu or Indian Express, read them properly at least 2 to 3 hours, right? That will develop, your reading habit. And you must do this a bit of arithmetic from for class 9th and 10th NCRT books, right? And then, of course, this is very important. Landmark judgments of Honorable High Court and Supreme Courts, these are very important. And just try to find out if certain legislation has been done through Indian Parliament recently, in last 1 year or two, and then international summits and certain constitutional amendment that has taken place. Then another important thing which I would like to you to follow is just practice, R.S. Agrawal, a modern approach to logical reasoning, because based on the feedback from my students, I have seen that this book is a good one. Then Analytical Reasoning by Mr. M.K. Pandey, again, very good book. I told you about this class 9, 10th NCERT mathematics, particularly the arithmetic section. Now try to avoid this resource overload. Don't read much books, right? And just don't ignore your weaker sections, right? And just manage your time. This is the mantra wherein you can clear your this thing, CLAT examination. Nothing is very difficult. It's all about the time management. The way you manage the time, you will definitely succeed. Don't think that in last CLAT examination I didn't do well, or this is my first CLAT examination, so I need to be appearing it for the next time. Please don't do this. You will be clearing on the very first attempt, I'm sure. But only thing is you need to be properly managing the time, right? Thank you very much.